The first missile streaked past the moon, a silver bullet of death slicing through the darkness. Earth's orbit trembled as orbital defense arrays flared to life, firing laser interceptors that streaked like shards of light against the black canvas of space. On the command deck of the Indomitable, Admiral Cale Thorne's eyes narrowed. Every panel blinked warnings, every sensor screamed incoming threats. Yet he remained unmoved, a calm anchor amid chaos. "Sir! Multiple contacts detected, accelerating beyond known tactical parameters," shouted Lieutenant Arlen, his voice tight with urgency. Cale's jaw set. "Then we'll meet them on our terms. Lock all defensive protocols. Activate cloaking decoys in Sector 7. Prepare the intercept teams. And Arlen," he let the pause hang, heavy and deliberate, "tell them to aim for precision, not panic." The lieutenant nodded, the tension in his shoulders easing just slightly. Cale moved along the command deck, hands brushing over the polished railings as he scanned the holographic projections of Earth below. Cities shimmered like strands of glass, unaware of the gargantuan fleet casting shadows across their atmosphere. Shipyards hummed quietly with activity, warships being readied, systems tested, crews drilled, but none of the civilians knew. That ignorance, Cale thought, was both a blessing and a burden. "Admiral," a voice cut through the quiet hum of machinery. Chief Engineer Talia reapproached, holding a data pad. "The orbital shields are at 98% efficiency. Weapons arrays fully charged. Cloaking systems operational. We're ready for the first wave." Cale studied her for a long moment. Talia's eyes betrayed no fear, only focus, the same unwavering determination he had seen in every human crew member he trusted with their lives. "Good," he said. "Humanity doesn't have the numbers, Talia, but we have the edge they never expect. Precision, unpredictability, cunning." A low chime echoed across the deck. Cale's personal communicator buzzed. He tapped it. A distorted, alien voice filled the room, dripping with arrogance. "Earth. Submit, or your world will burn. The Galactic Council does not negotiate with primitives." Cale let the silence stretch for a heartbeat before replying. "We're listening. But understand this, humans are not primitives. And you will remember that when you leave this system intact." He ended the transmission, his tone calm but razor-sharp. Around him, the crew stiffened at his defiance. He didn't care. Humility would have been a death sentence. The alien fleet's signature appeared on the long-range sensors, a sprawling armada that dwarfed anything the human fleet could muster. Ships the size of moons glinted like jagged crystals against the void, each armed to levels that would have shattered Earth decades ago. Yet Cale's lips curved slightly. This was the moment they had prepared for, the moment when every risk, every hidden advantage would matter. "Admiral," Arlen said, nodding toward the holographic display, "they're deploying skirmishers to test our defenses. Small ships. Fast. Coordinated. Expect their main fleet in 43 minutes." Cale turned, eyes scanning the vast projection of incoming threats. "Then let them come. They think size guarantees victory. They've never met humans under fire." His words carried a weight that stirred his crew, not just confidence, but belief. The first human strike craft launched. Pilots gripped their controls, their breaths measured. The asteroid belt became their battlefield, using its jagged rocks as cover. Aliens expected linear tactics, predictable maneuvers, but humans twisted, darted, disappeared into debris fields, reappearing behind enemy lines. Missiles intercepted, drones hacked, communications scrambled. Every move had been calculated, every tactic rehearsed. "Target the lead skimmer!" Cale barked, his voice cutting through the controlled chaos. "Deploy gravity mines, then lure the rest into Sector 12. We'll hit them with everything we've been hiding." On the alien flagship, High Chancellor Vyrek Solin's smirk faltered. He did not like unpredictability. He did not like humans. "Impossible," he hissed, his clawed fingers rapping on the console. "We are the superior force, yet they evade as if anticipating every calculation. Increase firepower, annihilate them." Back on the Indomitable, Kale leaned over the tactical board, tracing routes with one finger. Remember this, crew, our numbers are small, but the galaxy will see tonight that humans are not weak. Every strike counts. Every maneuver must be precise. Fail, and we die. Succeed, and we redefine the rules of war. A young pilot, barely 20, whispered as he checked his thrusters. Sir? I've never seen humans fight like this. Kale's eyes softened briefly, a flash of pride. Then watch. Learn. And remember that courage isn't inherited, it's chosen. The first wave collided with human defenses. Explosions tore through the silence of space, lighting the void with violent colors. Debris spun in eerie slow motion, energy beams scorched hulls. Amid the chaos, humans adapted, exploited weaknesses, and turned near disaster into strategic advantage. Each victory, each survival, was a statement: Earth would not kneel. Kale's communicator crackled again, this time from the Planetary Council. Admiral, they're mobilizing the main fleet. Estimated time of arrival, 40 minutes. They outgun us 10-1. Kale's gaze swept across the room, meeting each officer's eyes. Then we will be 10 times smarter. Set every hidden system to combat readiness. Prepare decoys, mines, and evasive grids. Earth is not a planet to conquer, it's a lesson they'll never forget. As the alien ships approached, stretching across the horizon, Kale stood alone on the observation deck. The curvature of Earth glimmered below, its cities sparkling innocently. A hand rested on the railing, steady, unshaken. For decades, humans had been underestimated, dismissed as weak, primitive, insignificant. Tonight, that illusion would end. The first salvo of the main alien fleet hit the outer defense grids. Earth's shields flared. The battle had begun, but so had humanity's answer. The Indomitable and her crew braced, ready to turn desperation into supremacy. And in the shadows of space, the humans waited, calculated, and struck. The void trembled as the main alien fleet eclipsed Earth's orbit. Massive warships, each a fortress in its own right, advanced in tight formation, their silhouettes jagged against the solar glare. Sensors aboard the Indomitable screamed with incoming data, a chaotic ballet of mass, velocity, and firepower. Admiral Kale Thorne leaned over the tactical board, tracing the alien fleet's vectors with precision. They expect us to fall into predictable patterns, he said, voice low, almost to himself. They think size guarantees victory. Let's prove them wrong. Lieutenant Arlen's fingers danced across his console. Sir, our forward interceptors are holding, but their skimmers are adaptive. They're learning from every engagement. Kale nodded. Then we'll stay one step ahead. Deploy the decoys in Sector 9. Pull the scouts into the asteroid belts near Mars. Use their own calculations against them. The first volleys lit the void. Laser arrays erupted, missiles streaking like shooting stars, debris spinning in chaotic arcs. Human pilots weaved through asteroid fields with practiced precision, using gravitational anomalies to mask their movements. They struck swiftly, then vanished, leaving alien skimmers baffled and scattered. A young pilot, Ensign Mara Day, called over comms. Admiral, I've locked on to a skimmer squadron. Ready to engage with grav mines? Kale's eyes flickered. Do it. But remember, don't chase. Strike, then vanish. Let them think they've cornered you. Mara's voice trembled slightly with excitement. Understood, sir. The mines deployed with surgical timing. Alien skimmers collided with the traps, their sleek hulls crumpling under gravitational compression. The fleet's formation wavered, ripples of confusion spreading up the chain of command. On the alien flagship, High Chancellor Vyrek Solin's smirk faltered. Insolent creatures, he hissed. How do they anticipate every move? One of his lieutenants replied, frustration thick in their voice. They adapt faster than projected models, High Chancellor. It's illogical. Logic is meaningless against humans. Solin snapped. Crush them. Leave no survivors. Back on Earth, Kale's calm demeanor masked the tension. The alien fleet vastly outnumbered them, but humans had one weapon the aliens had underestimated: adaptability. Every skirmish revealed weaknesses, and every weakness was catalogued for exploitation. "Sir," Arlen said, voice urgent, "their capital ships are entering geosynchronous orbit. The main bombardment is imminent." Kale exhaled slowly, hand resting on the tactical board. "Then we bait them. Use sectors 12 and 13 as decoys. Launch our hidden strike ships from lunar bases. Precision will matter more than numbers." The first salvo of capital ship bombardments hit Earth's orbital defenses. Explosions tore across the shield matrix, light flaring in brilliant arcs. Yet humans had anticipated this. Secondary shield layers absorbed the brunt, while automated counterfire units struck alien munitions mid-flight. "Target their lead frigate," Kale ordered. "All strike ships converge. Disrupt formation." A dozen human warships slipped from lunar hangars, cloaked and unseen. They weaved between debris fields, striking at key junctions, sabotaging energy conduits, and disabling communication nodes. Alien formations faltered. Skimmers collided mid-course, and chaos rippled across the armada. Ensign Day's voice cut over the comms again. "Admiral, their flagship's energy grid is exposed. We can disable their forward weapons with a concentrated strike." Kale's lips curved in a rare smile. "Do it. Minimum casualties, maximum effect. Humanity fights smart, not reckless." The strike succeeded. Alien forward batteries collapsed, sending shockwaves across their formation. Solin's fury echoed in the communication channels. "Impossible! They cannot exploit weaknesses like this." Kale leaned back, eyes on Earth's shimmering surface below. "They'll learn tonight that numbers don't guarantee victory," he murmured. Meanwhile, human fighter squadrons executed daring maneuvers. Ships spun around enemy capital hulks, luring them into traps, redirecting energy weapons to collide mid-space, and leaving nothing predictable. Every maneuver showcased human intuition and the ability to improvise under pressure. "Admiral," Talia reported from engineering, "we've detected anomalies in their propulsion systems. Our AI analysis suggests we can manipulate it remotely to cause disarray." Kale's mind raced. "Do it. Target the flagship's lateral drives. Make them overcompensate. Then we hit them where they're weakest." The result was instantaneous. Alien warships swerved erratically, colliding with each other, shields failing under stress. Human pilots cheered in brief, sharp bursts, knowing the window would not last long. Amid the chaos, Kale remained focused. "Remember, crew," he said over comms. "Precision is survival. Earth is counting on us, and the galaxy is watching." Hours passed in a blur of tactical maneuvers and rapid engagements. Human ingenuity turned potential annihilation into tactical advantage. Even as alien reinforcements arrived, they found themselves ensnared in unpredictable, adaptive strategies humans executed flawlessly. Yet not all was victory. Reports of damaged human ships arrived steadily. Pilots who had taken risks to exploit weaknesses had not returned. Each loss weighed, sharpening resolve but reminding Kale of the cost of defiance. "Sir," Arlen said quietly, "we've disrupted their formation, but their numbers are still overwhelming. The main fleet will regroup soon." Kale's gaze hardened. "Then we prepare the next phase. They've underestimated us from the start. Their arrogance is their weakness. We'll hit them where it hurts, and we'll do it with precision and cunning, everything they never saw coming." As the alien fleet recoiled from the first human counterattacks, a ripple of disbelief spread through their ranks. For the first time, the High Chancellor hesitated. Humanity had defied expectation. Humanity had survived. And humanity was beginning to fight back, not as victims, but as predators in a game the aliens thought they controlled. Kale stood on the observation deck of the Indomitable, arms resting on the railing, eyes fixed on the flickering silhouettes of enemy warships. Below, Earth's cities sparkled, innocent and unknowing, while above, a war unlike any the galaxy had seen unfolded. "Humanity is not a planet to conquer," Kale whispered. "It's a storm to survive. And tonight the storm has begun." The Indomitable moved forward, weaving through asteroid fields, cloaked strike ships ready to launch, and human ingenuity poised to turn desperation into dominance. The galaxy watched, unaware, as the seeds of Earth's savage revenge took root. The void above Earth ignited as the alien fleet surged once more, their immense warships bristling with energy weapons. Cale Thorne stood on the Indomitable's command deck, watching the enemy formation with sharp, calculating eyes. This was the moment they had prepared for, a moment of reckoning. "Sir," Lieutenant Arlen reported, "their flagship is moving ahead of the main formation. It's an overextension. A perfect target." Cale's lips curved faintly. "Then we'll make them regret every miscalculation." He tapped a series of commands. "Deploy the Cloak Strike Squadron. Lunar bases, ready the warp gates. Precision hits only. We cripple their command, not expend our lives recklessly." From hidden stations on the moon, human warships began emerging, unseen, striking in coordinated bursts. Laser fire erupted from unexpected angles, disabling alien turrets and jamming their targeting arrays. The flagship's defenses flickered under relentless, unpredictable attacks. On board the alien command vessel, High Chancellor Vyrek Solin's frustration boiled. How are they everywhere at once?" he demanded. "I ordered containment, not this." "High Chancellor, their tactics," a subordinate started. "They are illogical," Solin snapped. "Crush them." Cale's voice cut over comms, calm but unwavering. "You assumed logic would dictate the battlefield. You assumed fear would guide us. You underestimated humans. And now you pay the price." Human strike teams weaved through debris and fire, targeting power cores, navigation systems, and energy conduits with uncanny precision. Each strike forced alien vessels to react erratically, colliding with one another or misfiring their weapons. Chaos spread through the formation like wildfire. "Ensign Day," Cale said. "Concentrate on the flagship's lateral drives. Push them to overcompensate. Don't let them recover." "Yes, sir." Mara's voice was steady despite the adrenaline coursing through her veins. Her ship darted through the battlefield, launching coordinated energy pulses. The flagship jerked violently, shields flickering. Cale turned to Arlen. "Signal all squadrons, engage simultaneously. Collapse their formation. Strike with precision, every second counts." Human ingenuity unfolded like a symphony. Fighters exploited gravitational anomalies, cloaked ships disabled communication nodes, and AI-guided warships disrupted alien formations. Despite being outnumbered, humans dictated the flow of battle. On Earth, civilians watched the sky light with streaks of energy and the shimmer of distant explosions. Alarms blared, but evacuation grids held. Humanity's home was defended, not by sheer numbers, but by brains, courage, and unyielding will. The alien flagship, faltering under the onslaught, tried to retaliate. Its main cannons roared, slashing beams across space, obliterating a squadron of decoy drones. Yet even this display could not mask their vulnerability. Cale's plan had forced them into overextension, leaving critical weak points exposed. "Sir, they're attempting a counterstrike on our warp gate exit points," Arlen warned. Cale's fingers flew across the console. "Redirect all energy to the planetary shield network. Human ingenuity doesn't fail. Adapt and strike. Every maneuver must anticipate theirs and exploit it." The flagship's lateral drives overloaded, sending the massive vessel spinning uncontrollably. Human strike teams converged, targeting exposed hull junctions. Explosions erupted along the alien armor, tearing open corridors, frying systems, and severing command links. The Armada's formation collapsed in rapid succession. Vyrek Solin's voice was a hiss of disbelief. "Impossible! They cannot be everywhere!" Cale's tone over the comms remained calm, deadly. "We are everywhere you failed to expect. Every move calculated, every strike deliberate. This is humanity." In the melee, Cale ordered the final, daring maneuver. The Indomitable, escorted by its elite strike squadron, dove through the wreckage, targeting the flagship directly. The alien vessel, now crippled, could only attempt evasive maneuvers. Engage boarding protocols, Kale commanded. Disable their command core. We end this now. Human teams teleported aboard the enemy flagship, moving with lethal efficiency. Alien crew scrambled, but the humans' speed, coordination, and precision left them little chance. Energy conduits were rerouted, control systems neutralized, and Solon's communications were cut. The flagship shuddered, then erupted in a controlled collapse as the human strike teams evacuated. The alien armada faltered completely, scattered in disarray, with retreat as their only viable option. Kale exhaled, voice calm but carrying a weight of triumph. This is what it means to underestimate humanity. Remember this day. Earth's orbital sensors confirmed the enemy withdrawal. Explosions lit the void, debris spiraling harmlessly into the emptiness of space. Humans had survived, not through luck, but through ingenuity, courage, and unwavering resolve. On the observation deck of the Indomitable, Kale gazed at the battered remnants of the alien fleet. This victory is ours, he murmured. But the galaxy will remember it, and not lightly. Reports arrived from Earth's planetary defense network, orbital platforms intact, cities safe, evacuation grids operational. The human fleet, though scarred, remained a cohesive force ready for any lingering threats. Kale addressed his officers. Today, humanity has shown that numbers and size are meaningless against cunning, adaptability, and courage. The Council will know what Earth demands: respect, recognition, and space to thrive. Arlen nodded, voice tinged with awe. Sir, we've done the impossible. They'll think twice before returning. Kale's gaze shifted toward Earth, its surface glowing under the sunlight. We've done more than survive. We've reminded the galaxy why humans endure, why humans fight. And when we rise like a storm no one can ignore. High Chancellor Vyrek Solon's fleet had retreated, leaving behind a trail of wreckage and humiliation. Across the Galactic Council, whispers of disbelief spread. A single species, underestimated and dismissed, had defied logic, numbers, and expectation. The balance of power had shifted, and Earth now stood as a force to be reckoned with. Kale turned back to his crew. Celebrate if you must, he said, voice quiet but resolute. But remain vigilant. Humanity's fight is never over. Tonight we've won the battle, but the war, real and endless, is only beginning. In the distance, a faint anomaly appeared on long-range sensors, a signal unlike any recorded, pulsating from beyond known space. Kale frowned, mind already calculating possibilities. Even in victory, the unknown waited. Prepare a reconnaissance squadron, he ordered. We're not done. The galaxy has only begun to see what Earth can do. As Earth's cities sparkled below, oblivious yet safe, and the human fleet reformed among the remnants of the alien armada, Kale allowed himself a brief moment of pride. Humanity had survived against impossible odds, turning desperation into dominance. Above all, the message was clear: Earth would no longer bow, and humanity's storm had begun.